Delicacy hardened maple syrup on a stick, a wooden stick, sitting on ice in Elmira, Ontario. I was like, I thought that was a cute thing when it said that it was in Ontario because this is Microsoft Bing. That's international. Name this winter delicacy: maple ice, syrup on a stick, maple taffy. I don't care what it's called. I call it all of the three of them. Syrup on a stick, maple taffy, maple ice. Maple ice sounds like a beer. Syrup on a stick, maple taffy. But I think people call them all three, but they're saying the official term is maple taffy. I see that's sort of a proper term. If you're looking at it, you're making a fine maple taffy or whatever when you put that syrup on the stick and then you apply it to that ice and whatnot. The product and then is the maple taffy. How many liters of sap does it take to make 1 liter of maple syrup? Hmm. 140 or 100? Well, I would say 40 probably. How much liters of sap does it take to make 1 liter of maple syrup? Or it could be 140, like I had said before. All right, I thought it would be 40, but I said 1 or whatever. But I generally thought it was 40, but that's a lot of gosh darn sap to make 1 liter of maple syrup. And I've always been like that with my bets sometimes too. I get the right answer, I say it's 40, and then I'll be like, oh, whatever, it's 1. But I got to pinpoint that and go with my correct answer, would have been 40. But who knows with that? It could have been either. But let's see, 1 liter of sap. Sap. I've never even seen sap. I mean, I've seen this. Oh, yeah, in a tree like that. Yeah. So 1 liter of sap. And that happens to be one of Canada's great resources. We got a lot of this sap or whatnot. Oh yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I would be out in the trees and whatnot, and I would get this stuff all over me, this sap or whatnot. Because our property, we had a lot of trees on it. Some good trees. Oh, now I understand trees. They're around for a long time. Like I lived in this one property in Hillsburg that my dad or grandfather built, but we sold that property, but the same trees still stand there and live there. The same trees. And they can tell you stories. They can tell you stories about um, all the people that probably lived there and were around them and whatnot. These trees. This is a grandiose maple tree. Yes, yes. Yeah, I agree. I love Ontario. And that's where I believe, yeah, that's where I am. So believe it or not, I know Elmira, but I've never been there. I've heard of it. And that's where that syrup in the stick picture came from. How do you make maple syrup or sap or whatever? Water, they boil the sap, da da da. Honey, I've been enjoying a lot of honey recently. Molasses is an old one my dad used to talk about. Slower than molasses.